Okay, so yes, I've started started up again, and it's installing Ubuntu now. So it will just take a few minutes to install. So I'll just fast forward through this part as the computer starts up. And of course, don't worry about all the links I'm going to post. I'm definitely going to include them in the videos, in the coming videos. Okay, so let's go. Yeah, we'll install it for Windows. Okay, I'll have ParaView on standby, of course. I'll not be running. I try not to run ParaView straight from here. Okay, so install. Okay, for Windows Subsystem for Linux, if you want to install OpenFOAM, you need to install Windows Subsystem for Linux first, which is what we just did. Okay, so you should choose a Linux distribution such as Ubuntu or OpenSUSE, which receives regular OpenFOAM updates. Ubuntu is our normal Linux. Okay, normal Linux way of installing. So that's what we use. And for regular installation update instructions, look for Ubuntu or OpenSUSE. So let's open this up. And this is very different from what they used to have. Okay, and it says post-process with native ParaView. Okay, so later we'll install ParaView. Actually, maybe it's a good thing we can just start downloading ParaView straight away. Okay, so that we don't waste time here. Let's yeah, what is ParaView? Okay, you know, when you want to visualize, take a look at the results of your simulation, you will need some program to do it, and ParaView is that program. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just to open up this link, paraview.org download. There are a few things here. Okay, there are a few things here. This ParaView is a full suite of ParaView tools, including the ParaView GUI client, PV Python, ParaView Python, ParaView Server, ParaView Batch. Versions with the MPI name require MSMPI. Okay, so there are a number of selections here, and they seem to all have Python with them. MPI is okay. I think I don't explain what MPI is first. Okay, what I will just do if I were you, I will just look at the latest one. Okay, ParaView 5.10.1, Windows Python 3.9, MSVC 2017, AMD 64 EXE. Okay, so there are two things. You have you can have the ones in the zip file, or you have the exe files. I'll take the exe files because they're like, you know, you don't really have to think so much about them. Okay, so this is how you install ParaView. That's one way. Second way, of course, is to use Salome. Okay, this is a more advanced software, but within Salome itself, there is actually ParaView. So if you take a look, go to Salome, go to downloads, go to downloads here, and we'll download it for Windows as well. So we might use Salome a lot later for advanced meshing, but actually Salome does contain ParaView as well. You don't need to just use ParaView by itself. You can use it within Salome. That's not a problem as well. But I will just download these things to have it on standby. Yeah, but if you don't want to download Salome, just stick with the simple things, and we'll just do ParaView here. Now let's see whether this thing is actually done. Yes, installing may take a few minutes. Please enter your new Unix username. Okay, so yeah, basically what Linux, well, Windows Subsystem for Linux is not True Blue Linux. Okay, maybe it is True Blue Linux, but it's in a virtual machine. Yeah, it's in a virtual machine now. It's asking you for a new username, so just enter your username here. Write it down on a scratch pad or something. So yeah, I will just use this username, and I'll type a very simple password. Okay, I will just say very simple password. So okay, I'm not going to tell you what password it is, but just make a simple password. Okay, one more time, and here we are. Now we are at We are starting out Ubuntu. Clear? Oh, right. Sorry. I go too fast. Okay. I should assume that you guys well, you don't really know how to use the shell environment yet, or else known as the command line environment. Okay, this is very similar to when we start out PowerShell. Okay, Windows PowerShell, and then we type WSL. Okay, we actually also are inside the Windows Subsystem for Linux environment. Okay, these are two ways of actually starting Windows Subsystem for Linux. You can just type Ubuntu and you open it as an app, or you can go to the PowerShell, Windows PowerShell, and then you just type WSL, okay, and then you already start. What do you call that? You'll start a Windows Subsystem for Linux, and you'll see that instead of having this right arrow key, you will have the $sign, and this is a key that you are in Windows Subsystem for Linux. Okay, so if you want to exit, just press Control D, and it will lock you out. Control D, Control D to lock you out, and you just or you can also use the exit sign. So again, WSL, exit. Okay, and that's how you log out of the thing. Okay, now again, this font size is horribly small. I really do not like the small font size. So I'll just again use Ctrl+Shift+V as copy paste. I will have a larger font. The layout is as such. I'll just say okay. Alright. Again, I don't like the font size, so I'm just going to exit. Okay, again, two ways of starting your Windows Subsystem for Linux. It's either you have this. Okay, I want a bigger font. Oh boy. Why's the font so small? Let me go 24. Maybe I'll use a console font like this. Okay. This is really nice and big now. A bit too big for my comfort. Alright, here we go. 16, 20, 18 will be good. Yeah. Okay, so one more thing I want to turn off is the bell thing. Alright, I can't remember how to turn off the bell. Okay. Because, okay, if I keep pressing the backward button, you can see that this bell it will get super annoying. So let's see how to turn off the bell. Okay, I'll quickly search it on Google and then I'll present you the results. Okay, or maybe I'll do this. I'll use PowerShell, Windows Subsystem for Linux. Okay, it still has a bell thing. Let's see whether over here we'll have any option to get rid of our bell. Okay, no bells. Okay, let me go look online quickly. Okay, so pardon me. Yes, for all these settings at the side. Yeah, but yeah, this will definitely make the OpenFOAM experience a little more comfortable, right? So there are a few things you need to do to turn off that annoying bell. So to disable the beep in Bash, okay, again, credit to this, looks like Andrea. Yeah, Andrea over here. It says what? Set bell style none in your etc input RC file. Okay, so this gives us the perfect opportunity to figure out how to navigate in Linux. So, let me do something about the font more time. Okay, 16 or 20. Yeah, this looks a little too closely packed together. Okay, anyway, this is your default Windows Subsystem for Linux. Okay, what I want you to go to is go to etc. Okay, how do you navigate around folders first? Okay, so to actually list out all the what do you call that? All the folders in this current directory, press ls. Okay, it's the same for Windows PowerShell as well. Just press ls. ls actually stands for list all the contents. Okay, so this is list all contents. Okay, list all contents. So there are no contents in this directory here. You don't see anything here. So yeah, what we'll want to change our folder directory. So just like in File Explorer, if you take a look at File Explorer, you can actually change to directories like what documents. You can go to desktop, all of this stuff. How do we actually do that here? So well, first thing first, let's take we look at the ls. Ls actually shows no files here, but actually there are a few files or directories here we can actually take a look at. If we type ls-a, which means list all things, including the hidden stuff. Okay, list all things including the hidden stuff. That's ls-a. Okay, if you don't know what to do, just type ls, use the help, and then you'll find all this help stuff. All right. Okay, so now what I want to show you is this ls-a. Okay, ls-a. Okay, again, now here's a lot of too much information. If I want to clear things, just type the clear command. So again, ls-a. So ls-a actually shows you everything inside the current directory, including hidden files. Hidden files are all shown by this dot sign down here. These dot signs are all hidden files. Okay, so there will be a few things here like the bash rc file, which is important. There will be a dot file, a dot file here. What is this dot dot? Okay, so you'll find out in a bit, and then you'll see all these files here. So ls-a. Okay, so this actually shows you everything. So this shows you everything. Now, how do you actually navigate around? Okay, so you have seen how to show hidden files and folders. How do you navigate around? Let's say there's a let's say I go to desktop and I want to go like one folder up, right? You will bring you to this folder called this PC or something like that. Okay, so you'll bring you to this folder called this PC, and how do you actually navigate one folder up? Well, you see this dot dot thing here, this dot dot folder here. Okay, folders are usually labeled in blue, but this may not be a folder. Okay, maybe this is a folder. Let's say you want to navigate to this landscape first. CD landscape. Okay, you can press the tab button. Okay, if you keep tabbing, you will keep having that annoying bell sound. Okay, press CD landscape and you will go to the landscape folder. Now press ls-a again. You'll see that that there's actually a sysinfo.log, which you're not interested in, but you have this dot dot file. This dot dot file actually brings you one folder up. So cd dot dot. So this dot dot here is actually a folder. This dot here is also a folder. So what is the dot dot? Okay, dot dot actually brings you one folder up. So you go back to your home directory. Okay, if you type ls-a again, you will be in the home directory here with all these files and folders. Now what is this dot directory down here? Okay, dot directory is actually this current folder. Okay, the dot directory is this current folder. So remember, dot dot is two dots means you're going one folder up. One dot means you're in this folder. Okay, so let's go one folder up, and you'll be in this directory called the home directory, which the only folder here is your user folder. cd dot dot again, and you'll be in this place called the root directory. Now the root directory is where you have all your important operating system files for Linux. Okay, what is this directory you're supposed to use to turn off this bell? Okay, you'll go to the etc input rc. Okay, etc input rc. So where's this etc folder? This etc folder is here. So cd etc, etc, and I'll use ls to list again all the files here. Again, there are a lot of files here. We don't actually need to deal with all of them. The important one is this thing called input rc. So if you're not sure how to do things, well, you don't need to look for one folder at a time to open. Okay, just use well, there are a few things we can do. We can use Notepad for sure. So I'm going to use Explorer, because Explorer is actually explorer.exe, and this will open explorer.exe. I can open explorer.exe in this folder, so I use the dot folder, and what I want to look for is a special file. What's the special file called? Input rc. Input rc. This is the input rc file, which you can use Notepad to open. Okay, so this is one way of one way of doing things here. However, the way I prefer, the way you should get used to, is to start using text editors within the terminal. It makes it a lot faster, more convenient, so you don't have to keep opening Explorer and put this dot sign. The easier way is to use Vim. Okay, Vim is the text editor here, and then you type the input RC. Okay, type input RC, press tab to finish it up, and you should be okay. So here is the input RC file. Okay, you can use the arrow keys to move up and down, as I'm doing now. Again, very noisy, all these bells. Okay, so you can use the arrow keys to move up and down, left and right, or you can use, even better, H, J, K, and L to move. H to move left, L to move right, K to move up, J to move down. Okay, so H, J, K, and L. If you want to quit Vim, now this is very important. If you want to quit Vim, just use colon, okay, press escape many times, use the colon, and you press the quit button. Okay, this is how you quit Vim. Okay, colon, quit. That's how you quit. Or colon Q, that's even faster. Okay, colon Q is the shortcut, so you don't have to type the full quit out. Now, if you are having problems and you want to force quit, use the exclamation mark, colon Q and exclamation mark, and that will force you to quit. So yeah, within the first few minutes, we already know how to use Vim. Okay, so what do I want to do here? I want to use this set bell style equals to none. Okay, so I'm going to bring you quickly through how to use Vim, and this is important if you want to actually edit files for OpenFOAM. I'm going to set the bell style to none. So press I to insert, okay, I to insert, and then press delete 2 times. So press delete 2 times, 1, 2, and you will see that the bell style is none. Okay, the highlighting thing I'll teach you if you need to learn. But okay, so in I to go into insert mode, you'll see this insert right here. Okay, you'll see this insert thingy right here, and that will tell you you can actually type letters like this. Okay, and you can use the backspace to get it. And if you want to exit in insert mode, just press escape. Okay, escape is your best friend, and colon quit is also your best friend. Okay, so this is how you escape. And if you want to save the file, the command is colon W. Okay, I'm going very fast now. Colon W, that means to write. Okay, and then now it'll complain it says, oh, read option is set. Please use the exclamation mark to override. Okay, let's try that. Though this may not work. It says input RC error. I cannot open the file for writing. Why is this so? Because you actually need administrator privileges. So let me introduce you to the next command here. Okay, so just press colon Q and quit, because now it says no write since last change, add exclamation mark to override. That's why you have the force quit. Okay, colon Q and quit. Okay, let me clear this up. Okay, so how do we actually have administrator privileges? So the way to use it, to have administrator privileges, is to use the sudo command. Sudo basically means run as administrator, or in Linux language is called run as root. Okay, root. The root for Linux is basically the administrator account, which can edit or delete anything. Okay, so this is run as administrator equivalent. So sudo vim input rc. Okay, sudo vim input rc means to say we are running this command vim input rc as an administrator. Okay, so what you'll do when when you do this, it basically asks for a password. Ask for my password, so just write the password in, and you should be able to run this as administrator. Okay, press I to insert, go into insert mode, press delete twice, escape, colon write to save, and then quit. Okay. Okay, now it's still a problem. Why? Because we need to actually restart our Windows subsystem for Linux in order to have this bell sound off. Okay, so turning the bell sound off is a very simple exercise in helping you, okay, of course, have a nicer environment, but more importantly, it's to help you get used to the terminal. Okay, so let's exit. and that will quit everything. So go to start. There are two ways again. You can actually use Ubuntu, and when I press the back button, there are no more sounds. Okay, so thanks to Andrea on Stack Overflow. Or again, you can use you can actually go to PowerShell and use WSL here. This will also bring you to, okay, let me exit first. You can use PowerShell, and that will actually bring you to Windows Subsystem for Linux. Okay, WSL, but it will not bring you to the home folder. It will bring you to the folder you are actually at. For me, it's user FIFAD. So that's my other username. So if you want to go to your home directory in your Linux folder, just press CD, and that will bring you to the home directory. And you press ls-a, you will have all of these things right here. And again, I press backspace now, there's no bell sound. So that's a first exercise. Okay, so now we have a nice terminal and it doesn't have those annoying bell sounds. We can actually start oh boy, I'm so sorry we took so long. Yeah, we can actually start installing OpenFOAM. So how do we install OpenFOAM? And how do we install this well, ParaView? So okay, let me stop for now. I will continue. Yeah, I'll have a commercial break. Now I'll continue.